Flashback to last week. We see Hunter Pants standing on the watchtower of Lincolnville as he's smoking a joint, as he says to a guard. "So that thing you wanted to talk to me about?" The man says, "Yeah, well, Mrs. West was thinking about having a meeting once they're back." It sounded pretty serious. Thought you should know. Hunter Pants says, "Yeah, well, our water situation hasn't necessarily been great the past few months. Plus, these masked freaks keep coming around, so honestly, I'm surprised we haven't had this conversation sooner." The man says, "Yeah, well, ever since." Hunter says, Yeah, I know. Hey, you see that? They see an armored vehicle driving up to the gates, as Hunter says, "Who the hell is..." Out of nowhere, the man next to him gets an arrow to the neck as blood is gushing all over the place. Hunter ducks as he says, "Hey, we got company!" Out of nowhere, multiple houses get blown up. As we see, multiple houses in Lincolnville are blowing up. As we see, Hunter climbs down the tower as he runs for his life. As we see a bunch of people running, as we see houses and buildings are on fire. As Hunter then backs up against one of the houses. As we then see skull hunters bust down the front gate. As they start firing on the civilians. As we then see there are other fighters from Lincolnville that fire back towards them. As we see people getting shot and killed on each side. Hunter then reloads his gun. As he then comes out and starts firing at the rest of the skull hunters. He kills the last few. As we then see almost every house has been destroyed and blown up. As we see burned bodies everywhere of civilians that have been burned. Later on, we see the town is totaled. Hunter stands there with the soldiers that are left of Lincolnville, as he says, "Hey, we all okay?" We see what's left of the soldiers as we see burnt bodies of who's been killed. As we see, they all look horrified, as Hunter Pants says, "Don't look at it. Listen, we gotta go. This place isn't safe anymore. We gotta find Mrs. West and tell her what the hell's going on. This place isn't safe anymore. There's a place we can go. It's far, but if you just put a little trust in this old man, I promise you, I will keep you all safe." Everyone looks scared as the dog then barks, as everyone starts following Hunter as they all flee from Lincolnville and go with Hunter Pants to escape the fires in Lincolnville. Currently, we see Hunter Pants loading a gun as he's on the boat with Mara and Kai, as Mara says, "You alright, Hunter?" Hunter says, Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just scared. I have a feeling this war isn't going to end in our favor." Kai says, "Hey, that's bullshit, man. Ragnar isn't stopping shit. Look at our army, for example. Our people are trained for this. We're not going to lose." Hunter says, "Yeah, I know. I just feel like I could have protected our family better that night in Lincolnville." Mara says, "Hey now." She shows him her stump and she says, "When I lost my hand, I thought I was gonna die. Do you remember who saved me?" Hunter says, "Yeah. Someone who had a lot more balls than I did." Mara says, "Hey, listen. She'd be proud of you, okay? She knew how badass you were. And so do I." Kai says, "Yeah, come on, Gramps. You know we can do this. Hell, the ones we've lost, they're not anywhere but here, watching our every step." Mara says, "Hunter, we'd be lost without you. Remember that." As we then see the boats approaching Vel's old castle. Earlier, back with Rob and Vel. Vel cuts two of the Skull Hunters' heads off as they go flying. Rob kicks one down as he then stabs them in the head. We see one of the Skull Hunters from far is loading an arrow as they aim it towards Vel as they fire. As we see the arrow traveling in slow motion as it narrowly misses Vel. As it clips Rob in the shoulder, Rob screams out as Vel covers for him. As she slashes two other Skull Hunters coming their way, Vel then throws a knife as it goes into one of their necks. She quickly removes the knife out of its neck and uses it to stab another one in the throat, killing it as well. But then, they all tackle Vel and Rob down as they then try fighting back, as they then hear multiple gunshots, as we then see Ryder and Tugo run in with their weapons as they kill the remaining Skull Hunters and slash and kill the rest. Tugo sees Vel as he runs and hugs her tight as he says, "I knew you were alive. I knew it." Vel says, "I'm okay, Tugo. I'm okay. I'm really fucking happy to see your faceless ass." Rob says, "How did you find us both?" Ryder says, "We were on our way to the boats, and we were on our way to the castle. Then I saw you here with Vel here, and Tugo and I knew we had to swoop in right away." Vel says, "Wait, so the castle? That's where we're doing this thing?" Rob says, "It's the best bet. We're trying to keep this other little spot we have of hunters safe." "Sorry, Vel, we had to use the castle for this." Vel says, No, it's all fucking fine with fucking me. It's just, this isn't going to be easy, Rob. It's not." Rob says, "Well, easy isn't part of the package in this world, so there is that. But then again," we see one of the Skull Hunters is still alive as she is crawling on the ground as Tugo says, "I got this." He walks over to her as he flips her over, as he then stabs her in the belly and says, "That's from my leader." He stabs her again and says, "That's from my home." He stabs her again and says, "That's from my family." As he puts the knife up to her throat and says, "And this is for those who Ragnar took from us." As he kills her and says, "We can go now." As we see them leaving to go back to the castle. Back in Wyoming, Desmond fires at Ragnar as we see a Skull Hunter comes up behind him as the shot goes off and he misses Ragnar. The Skull Hunter fires a shot in the air and says, "Drop it! Do it now!" As a few more come out and aim their guns towards Athena as well. Desmond gets punched in the face by the Enforcer as we see them throw him into a prison cell, as Desmond says, "You really enjoy this, don't you?" The Enforcer walks up to him and says, "No, I miss when it was just me and my brother out there in the world, but this place, it'll never let me leave. If Avar wasn't enough to show you, then I don't know what is. There's only one way this all goes. The prey." As he walks away, as Desmond is now locked up in the Wyoming prison. We see Athena tied to a chair in Ragnar's throne room as she looks saddened by what happened. As Ragnar walks up to her and says, "Are you okay, sweet pea?" Athena says, Why did you lie to me?" Ragnar says, "There's a fox in the penthouse, Athena, and that fox has escaped. And tonight I'm gonna get it back. Kill everyone else, fuck them. You should be thanking me." "This is what you wanted. I truly don't know what else I can say. Rob is why it all happened." Athena says, "Did you rape Velhazer?" Ragnar stops as he looks shocked that she knows and says,
Who told you that?
Athena says,
She did. She told me everything.
Now answer my fucking question, Dad. Answer my fucking question, Ragnar says.
So, I see what's going on here. You think you have me all figured out. Well, guess fucking what, you don't. Do you know what I've done to protect you for all this time? All the things I've done for you. And I have never even gotten a thank you for any of the things that I've done for you. You're ungrateful, pathetic, and in way over your head. Do you know who I am? No. I'm the only man left in the world that makes things happen. Unlike your father, I actually get the job done.
Athena laughs and says, That may not be true. Looks like you have a war to settle. Better get at it, Pops. Ragnar smiles and says,
Oh, I have just the thing.
He unties her as he says,
Walk with me, sweetheart.
As we see Rob, Vel, Ryder, and Tugo driving on the boat on the river, as we hear Ragnar saying,
You see, the Enforcer didn't exactly knock out your friend because of him being in my way. I mean, yes, that was a additional piece, but as a matter of fact, I was keeping the danger from him.
We see Rob and the others land at the castle, as we see everyone comes out, as they all start hugging Vel, as they all see that she's okay. As we hear Ragnar says,
See, Wyoming is a place of good. Decent-minded people. Over the years, we had to keep the town safe. And in order to do that, we've had a backup plan for the day that we needed to do a little bit more. And what has happened over the last week has convinced me that time is now. We're gonna have to push for something bigger in order to win this war.
Athena looks nervous as she says, Dad, where are you taking me? As we see Vel gets up in front of her family and at the top of the castle, and she says, Well, I'm back. The crowd cheers as she says, We're back. We've lost a lot to get here. Too much. And I still fucking swear like a sailor, so I'll try to fucking keep it short. But I'm sorry for failing you. Because I did. I let all you people down and I shouldn't have. I lost most of my people. And I know a lot of you did too. And I should never have left to begin with. Never should have fucking left. You know? I created this place a few years ago because I wanted a fresh start. You know, wanting a fresh start isn't always the fucking answer. The people that mean the most to me are standing right in front of me. Because my family is standing right here. And the people that mean the most to me are standing right in front of me right now. And I don't care what Ragnar has in store. Him and his men full of boats, they're not going to stop this family. This family has survived the impossible, and we would goddamn thrive for this one too. And for the West family, as the crowd yells, For the West family! As they hold up their weapons in the air, as we see a big smile on Vel's face. Ragnar takes Athena into a building, as he says,
Now, sweetheart, your friend Desmond was walking down this way before, when we took him. I had the Enforcer take him for a reason. This part of town has always been guarded for a reason. I never told you when you were a kid, because I knew you wouldn't understand. But seeing how you've already acted out against my will, I don't see an issue with you seeing what this place contains.
They go down a massive amount of stairs. As they make it way down, as Athena says. How far underground are we? Ragnar says.
Far enough.
As we hear a lot of growling, as Ragnar says.
I've been collecting this for years, and I always wondered when I'll have an opportunity to use this to protect this town. I think I finally have it.
as they stand over the railings as we zoom out to see a crowd of thousands and thousands of reanimated corpses stored underground of Wyoming. As Ragnar takes a deep breath, as Athena looks worried and asks, "Dad, what the hell is this for?" Ragnar looks at her and says,
The Prey's reckoning.